Hi, it's David here with Future Trading. I want to say thank you for taking the time to watch the video from earlier. Those that followed and the like that I got, thank you so much for doing so. Hopefully, I can provide you a little bit more information right now to kind of add to what it is that I shared with you earlier. Again, it's not going to be long at all. And for those that came, of course, click the button to want to profit. I'm gonna go into what you need to hear right now, and then from there, I'll definitely dive into the information for those that want to know what I know that's outside of the chart, but kind of relative to the chart, but outside of it. So let me give you what it is that you want to know so you can be on your way and you don't have to take time to watch this video. And if you want to find this information here that I'm about to cover, you're more than welcome to come over to the channel. It'll be in this playlist. This is all about like information. This is about skills and aspects. All right. So if you want to learn stuff that really has nothing to do with trading, you can definitely click on that list here. Now, for those that only want to profit from me, I put this information here that I'm about to disclose to you. I put this here a month ago. A month ago. All right. So trading range static levels. I'm gonna go over that really quick because it's right here on the chart, and you could have caught some of these moves. Definitely this turnaround. If you just want to pick up the market here, 550 down to 450, stop one tick outside of 450. That's a level, and it deals with what I'm gonna explain here. So if you want to stick around, you're more than welcome. And maybe you'll learn if you care to learn from me. That's up to you. But there's the static level. These are static levels here. I did draw the level here because they was coming down on this bar. They was coming down on this bar in the first video I shot this morning. However, they managed to poke their head right beneath that second static level there. The low of that is oh 04. The back of that static level was oh 05. So they managed to stick their head right beneath it. However, that range caught it. So the middle of the range, the center of the range that I released a month ago, that caught it. All right. So bottom of the range here, pushed outside of it. I told you there was a no close bar over here. And there's the hard stop bar. So here's the low of this bar here, 77.75. Low here, low, I'm sorry, I got the wrong bar here. Low 581 and a quarter, low 577.75. So they wouldn't have triggered that stop. They wouldn't have got it. All right. So you was going to be safe there. And then of course this became the no close bar with the hard stop because this bar's high, okay, is not touching this bar's mid. So even when they dove down, this was the hard stop, no close here. And I gave you the target. It has nothing to do. I absolutely can guarantee you this. It has nothing to do with this pivot. Nothing at all. It has nothing to do with what's off to the left, support being resistance, whatever that is. I don't understand that stuff, and I'll explain to you why well, I'm not going to tell you why I picked this low, but I'll explain to you why I'm able to pick these distances. I'll definitely tell you that. So if you want to stick around, you'll know why I'm able to pick this distance. All right. So I told you 725 is important, and it is important moving forward as well. So let's see if they'll close above here today, tomorrow, something like that. So let's see what goes on with that. Let's see. All right. Now, again, simple information. Just try to draw a little diagram to kind of help push the information towards you a bit. Now, the institutions, prop firms, banks, hedge funds, global entities, all of these big companies, whatever, is here. All right, just in a nutshell, I'm gonna try to make this as short as possible and something you can understand in layman's term. All right, so that's them. Here's the exchange providing the gathered data points, so the three data points, and the broker. So all of them is kind of sitting right here with it. Okay, and then there's you, me. I should have put me in there. With or without the indicators and software. Now, right here in the middle, this is the educators, including myself, and vendors. All right, so here right here. All right, now this is where it gets tricky. I didn't put no YouTube personalities because they don't count if you ask me. Again, I'm not gonna make my videos with no long intro trying to entertain you to want to learn. This ain't that. Okay, this is like school, college, or any professional field that you will want to retain information and become great at it. I don't want to entertain you in order to get you to be motivated to want to grow as a person. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna plaster my face all over YouTube because I don't think who I am is important. Who you are is important to yourself because self has a lot to do with your trading. All right, so who I am, it means nothing. Just take the information and grow. All right, now clearly, I'm not egotistical. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about myself for 20 minutes because that don't matter. It don't even matter when you go to place your trade. When you go to, explain to your loved one, whoever that is, why you lost the money or why you made your money. They're not going to care about, they're not going to care about how great of a guy I've been in my life. They don't care, and I don't expect you to care either. So I'm not going to waste your time with any of that. So here we go. These guys right here, institutional prop firms, banks, hedge funds, global entities, all of these dudes, they don't need no vendors and they don't need no educators. They don't need us at all. Have no use for us at all. However, I found that in this space, right between this space between that broker and of course the public, I should have just put public, you and I, there's of course some people standing right in the way, and I mean in the way because oftentimes, and even YouTube personalities are in the way. They're telling you and I stuff. If you want to learn from them, I don't. I didn't want to listen to them when I first got started. That's why I'm self taught, because the stuff they'll tell you is not in line with what's really happening. And so the origin here, this is the origin. This is why they don't need the bubbles. They don't need the cumulative delta. They don't need all that order flow stuff. The stuff vendors are trying to convince you of, that you're using lagging information with the RSIs, the stochastics, and all of that. They're saying that you're lagging. They're lagging too, because by the time they get the data, the three data points to give you the bubble, to give you the cumulative delta, these people are the reason why they're able to get that information. So if they're not located with these guys, then what is it? Because chronological significance starts with one and then comes the number two. And so what's first is first, and what's second is second, and what's third is third. That's what chronological significance is all about. Is that the sequence of numbers, it tends to fall in that order. And so you, even as a vendor, and again, I'm a vendor, I'm an educator, I'm an educator, I provide services, I just don't provide indicators. Well, I do, but they're price action based indicators, and I'll never tell anyone that you're going to be a successful trader if you get my stuff. You're going to be a successful trader if you understand why the signals are being plotted, which has really nothing to do with the indicators. It's you understanding why the signals are there. That's important. And most vendors aren't giving you that kind of experience, just not. So these guys don't need their stuff. And so this is the origin of why the trend works, because it's numbers. It's numbers. And so when they make a trend, they're guaranteeing you your income because they know how far it's supposed to go based on the machines that they're programming, because they're programming the machines with numbers. Okay, these are numbers. This is a number. This is a number. It stretches beyond this point up to this point. It's a number. And so when they're giving the machine this information, they're telling the machine, hey, I need to, of course, distribute or accumulate these orders in this manner from this price level to that price level in this amount of time. And so the time is the invaluable, that they're doing all that they can to protect at all costs to make sure that your timing is off. These guys, as well as myself, is trying to give you an idea of what timing is. But I have don't feel ashamed in any kind of way that you may use a moving average, because I use a moving average here and there. Of course, why not? Like I said, I made me some timing tools, but I know why mine's work. I know why my indicators work, and then I'm not relying on somebody to, of course, to tell me, that I need their software in order to be profitable. And so you don't need more indicators. You don't, because their stuff is lagging too. You can leave a message below if you want, but chronological significance. This is one. This is first. They come first, providing this to these people, providing their orders that they want to, of course, move around to the guys that want to process that information, and then them processing the information, you get it, and then of course, then you start thinking you're first. You're not. You're being deceived at best. So I understand numbers and how they work. My mama taught me how to count when I was young, and I've been sticking to how it works ever since I was a kid. All right. It's really simple. So your indicators are fine. If you're using your RSIs, your MACDs, your stochastics, you're fine. Just understand how to count. That's all. Please understand how to count. And that's my job here, is to try to help you learn how to count, so you don't get, of course, taken advantage of. I want to make sure you don't get that experience. So there's your universal price action trend. There's your universal price action method. Both of these things will show up. And there they are right there at that price that I told you this morning. All right. So, and that's when this bar was pushing down. So, in the whole grand scheme of this information that I'm disclosing to you, it's important to understand the origin. And that's what I did. I took the time to try to understand the behavior, because everything has a behavior to it. And so when these guys program the machines, I want to go to where the significance actually lies. I want to go to the origin of what their intent was. And their intent is wrapped up in numbers. Okay. So I just leave you with that. Just wanted you to understand why the trend works. And hopefully, of course, the information I provided you this morning, hopefully that can help you better frame out how you want to go about being a trader. All right. So I wish you all the best with your trading. Take care.